A new feud is brewing between the Trump campaign and Nancy Pelosi. Well, this after the House Speaker said she was worried the president wouldn't concede if he were to lose the 2020 election. One America's Chloe Salsameda has more.
As Capitol Hill pivots from the Mueller report to the 2020 elections, there's growing concern among Democrats that President Trump would refuse to accept the election's results if he were to lose. And it appears this concern is increasing within House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who told the New York Times over the weekend that Democrats have to win so big in 2020 that the president can't contest the outcome.
We cannot accept a second term for Donald Trump. We must win the next election.
These words sparked frustration within the Trump campaign, who fired back on Monday, calling Pelosi's comments, quote, nothing more than a warrantless fear-mongering attempt to rile up her base and the media. The Trump campaign also pointed fingers at Democrats who, despite losing their elections, refused to accept the concept of a peaceful transition of power. Just last week, Hillary Clinton claimed the 2016 election was stolen from her.
As I've been telling candidates who have come to see me, you can run the best campaign, you can even become the nominee, and you can have the election stolen from you.
And in the 2018 midterms, Democrat candidate Stacey Abrams refused to concede to Brian Kemp in their race for the governor's mansion. Abrams claimed voter suppression was to blame for the results, and Kemp, who was in charge of the election because he was Secretary of State, was the mastermind behind that suppression.
I acknowledge that former Secretary of State Brian Kemp will be certified as the victor in the 2018 gubernatorial election. So let's be clear. This is not a speech of concession, because concession means to acknowledge an action is right, true, or proper. As a woman of conscience and faith, I cannot concede that.
A similar situation was seen in Florida when gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum conceded to Ron DeSantis, but later withdrew his concession when the state announced the election was headed to a recount.
I am replacing my words of concession with an uncompromised and unapologetic call that we count every single vote.
It remains to be seen how the 2020 election will play out, but the race for the presidency is already heating up, with more than 20 Democrats already announcing their candidacy and many more expected to follow suit. Chloe Salsameda, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.